Oh, y'all couldn't hear the music playing. My bad. I thought I had put myself backstage. Sorry, y'all, that y'all couldn't hear the music playing. My bad. My bad. My bad. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone. No, you did not miss anything. That was an old overlay that I had up. I need to delete my old overlay so I don't put the wrong one up. No, there's no the collab that I had with Girl Is That Legal was Saturday, yesterday. I meant to put that overlay up because, matter of fact, let me put that overlay up because that actually was a very, very good live. If you missed the live from yesterday morning, y'all make sure y'all check it out. We had a good time. It was a great conversation, and we learned a lot of stuff yesterday in that live, honey. We learned a lot of stuff. Y'all know that when girl is that legal, aka Simone. Y'all know when she comes through, she always brings her receipts. So we had the actual court case. I mean, of course, y'all can't. It's too small for y'all to actually read it, but she pulls the court case and reads the court cases. Um, and so she always has that there. So let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Lady V, what's up, Kenya? Hey, Abby. Hey, Tan. Lemon Kush, Cool Gamer. Hey, Kenya. Tracy, both my Tracys are here. Hey, what's up? Hey, little baby. What's up, Taurus? Hey, Xavier. Hey, Boo. Nia can't catch a break. I feel like if his fiance wasn't famous, it wouldn't be a big deal. If her fiance, me her, yeah. Hey, Carissa, where you been, girl? Hey, China White, what's up, Meg? Hey, Nico. You did? Okay, yeah. So first of all, you were here. That's right, you were here, Kenya. So first of all, I was just going to say something. Welcome everybody, but it was something else I was getting ready to say. Oh shoot, I don't forgot it. I done lost it. Let me share this out, and then we get ready to get this party started. Child, people are funny. All right. Oh Lord, just in case YouTube be playing games, especially on the weekend. I have definitely noticed that on the weekends, the notifications really don't go out on the weekends, child. They be playing big games on the weekends. I don't know if it's because there's so many people. I don't know what it is, but it really don't go out on the weekends, child. They be playing big games. Anyways, so let's get into the things. If his fiance wasn't Nia Long, this wouldn't still be making headlines. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think with the details that keep coming out, I don't know if it would be making headlines, but it would still be a grimy story. It would still be a grimy story. Like the more and more information that comes out about this case, the grimier and grimier it gets. It's a mess. It's a mess. So this is gonna be a quick chat. We're not gonna be here all day. We're gonna talk about this Nia Long situation because again, every day I wake up, I have more information. And like I said, it gets grimier and grimier. So we're gonna do a little history. We're gonna go back a little bit. We're gonna talk about do a little quick timeline of their relationship, and then we're gonna talk about what is going on. For those who do not know, the actress Nia Long. Oh, child. The actress Nia Long, we found out that there's some situations going on with her fiance. Because I can't say ex because child, we don't know if it's ex yet. Okay, we don't know if it's ex yet. Okay. So let's get into this. We're gonna talk a little bit of the timeline and then we're gonna bring ourselves forward. So I pulled an article from People Magazine. I'm gonna be reading from the People Magazine article. All roads lead back to Boston, at least for Nia Long and Udaka. Emmy Udaka. I'm gonna just say okay. She's an actress. He's a former professional basketball player. They first met in Boston back in 2010. After work brought them there by chance, they were introduced by a mutual friend, and from that point on, the couple was inseparable. Despite the fact that his coaching jobs have taken him all over the country, including cities like San Antonio, Philadelphia, and Brooklyn. And of course, her acting career has taken her all over the country. They've managed to, make the long distance relationship work. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not reading this word for word. Okay. After welcoming a son together in November 2011, they became engaged in 2015. The pair later returned to Boston once again in June 2021. with Udoka as head coach of the Boston Celtics. So this is a quote from him, and then we're going to go a little bit more specific into this timeline. Okay. We both have beautiful careers, Long said. I'm sorry, this is a quote from Long, sorry. The thing that I think makes it work for us is that we give each other the space and the time to do what we have to do individually as well as together. Unfortunately, you thought it was work and he thought it was seeing other people. Okay. On June the 17th, roll back up. February of 2010, Udoka and Nia Long began dating after being set up by a mutual friend. It says they met, and once they met, they went out on a date. The mutual friend set them up. They were both in the city. Long was filming a pilot for NBC, and Udoka was playing against the Boston Celtics. They spent their first date night talking in a hotel lobby until 1 a.m. The following night, they went to an Italian restaurant on the north end of Boston, and from there, the two became inseparable. In June the 17th of 2011, they announced that they were expecting their first child together. This is the most exciting times in our lives, the couple told People magazine. Words can't explain how thrilled we are by the new addition to our family. We feel truly blessed and appreciate all the well wishes and prayers. Long was already mom to a son, Masai, from a previous relationship, while this would be Udoka's first child. On October the 5th, 2011, she said that she asked God for this pregnancy. She didn't think she would be able to have another child. After doctors told her she would likely be able to conceive. She says, I honestly asked God for this. I remember I was driving home from the doctor and I called Emmy and I was like, babe, I'm really kind of sad right now. The doctor actually said if I wanted to have more children, it would be hard. The next time he came to visit, I don't believe that. Oh, okay. No, I said, God, shit. Okay, y'all, hold on. I'm reading this out of order. The next time he came to visit, he said, I don't believe that. And I said, you don't? He said, no. I said, good, me neither. She said to the magazine, then I got pregnant. On November the 7th of 2011, Nia Long and Udoka welcomed their son. Both mom and child are healthy and happy to be home, her rep said at the time. This was the second child for her, who turned 41 the same week that she delivered her son. On August 2012, Nia Long told everybody that marriage is not a priority for her. Marriage is not a priority for me. I'm not saying I'll never do it. It's just not where we are as a family. She said that to Essence in 2012. The actress admitted that she never seen a marriage work and that marriage didn't define a successful relationship for her and Udoka. Instead, they put their focus on life as a family of four. I don't feel less loved or less loving because I'm not married. I worked hard to have the career I wanted, but I've also been deliberate about my personal life. None of this was a mistake. November the 17th of 2013, Long says that Udoka's NBA coaching career keeps their relationship exciting. Going on the road and meeting up with him is the fun part. I feel like it keeps the relationship exciting. Also, it's like a little mini vacation. We were in Miami when they almost won the championship, and I was so scared to see him afterwards. I was like, oh my God, what do I say? I don't even know what to say. And he was fine. He's easy. He's been doing this a long time. In 2014, she talked about balancing relationship. 2015, they confirmed their engagement. So on May 26th, 2015, Nia Long confirmed that her and Udoka were engaged after 5 years of dating. She did have an engagement ring that they spotted. It was a sizable diamond. Okay. June of 2015, Nia Long says that her and Udoka are taking their time with wedding plans. I guess the hell y'all are, because y'all been engaged for 7 years. I guess y'all are taking y'all time. Yeah. On November 2017, Nia Long says she's thankful to her fiance and a beautiful tweet that she posted. Thankful for him. Together we learn, we love, we create. I hope all of you had a fantastic day of reflection and quality time with loved ones. That was on Thanksgiving of 2017. On June the 3rd of 2019, Nia Long and Udaka celebrate their son's high school graduation with a family trip to Disneyland. So that's her oldest son by a former relationship. He graduated from high school in 2019. Ooh, child. In 2019, there's pictures of them celebrating their son's 8th birthday party. On December the 6th of 2020, Nia Long says that her and her fiance may never get married. I understand the religious aspect of marriage. That is beautiful. It's fantastical and it's dreamy and it's every girl's fantasy to have that moment. But I don't know that I need that. Love is complicated. And then you start a marriage, which I've never been married. And there's a reason for that because I don't know that I need to say I do to prove to you that I love you. But also, what does marriage really mean? That you owe me, that you own me and now I own you. I don't get that point. June the 28th of 2021, Udaka becomes the head coach of the Boston Celtics. So it's been, child, he been a head coach for less than a year before he started having an affair, child. Nia Long says she'll never forget the moment that he was named Boston Celtics head coach. I'll never forget that moment. I was anxious. He's always calm, like totally calm. When the call finally came, he just smiled, shook his head in the yes position. And I ran down the hall and jumped on him. And I think I almost probably broke his back. She said of her reaction. I'll try to be there as much as I can, she said. The most important thing for me is that we keep our family together as much as possible. Oh, child. And then, of course, September 21st of 2022, Udaka faces suspension from the Celtics after an alleged affair with a staffer. News broke that Udaka was facing a possible suspension from his Celtics head coach position after he allegedly had a consensual, intimate relationship with a woman on the team's staff, sources confirmed to People. September the 23rd, Nia Long speaks out. This is what she said. The outpouring of love and support from family and friends and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I'm a mother and will continue to focus on my children. Udaka also released a statement, and it says, I want to apologize to our players, fans, and the entire Celtics organization and my family for letting them down. So that is where we are in the timeline. Let me come back to the chat and see what y'all saying, because I wasn't looking at the chat. So hold on. Let me go back to the top. Let me read what y'all was saying. Okay, if his fiance wasn't Nia Long. Okay. What is it with the blog saying Nia tried to shoot? Okay, child. You know that's a lie, child. That's the lie. She told herself to stay in a relationship. She should fight the friend that introduced her. Damn, Abby, the friend that, how you gonna fight the friend? Don't need to squint to see the sizable diamond. He's taking his time because he never wanted to marry her. They should just change their titles from fiance to life partner. I agree. If you're not going to get married, then y'all not fiance anymore. Y'all, right, and that's fine. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all okay with that? Nia said she didn't see herself getting married even before dating him. So why accept a marriage proposal? That's a good question. I've been engaged almost as long as Oprah. They've been engaged almost as long as Oprah and Stedman. Child. But Oprah says she ain't never getting married. I don't even think they call themselves engaged anymore. I don't even think that they refer to, I don't think I've seen fiance in a long time as it relates to Stedman. I believe they had a spiritual wedding. I would hate to see Emmy's booty call timeline. It would be like an organizational flowchart. Child. Oprah and Stedman been together for almost 40 years and they're not married. Yeah, I mean, listen, what works for you? I can't tell nobody. Listen, what I eat don't make you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, TC? What's up, Star? How you doing? Goldie Hawn and Russell. Right, Goldie Hawn and Russell. It's a lot of people who've been together and never gotten married. I don't even judge that. But my thing is, don't say y'all fiancés. If y'all not trying to get married, you're not a fiancé. The purpose of a fiancé is with the intent to get married, child. TC, girl, She said, what's going on with Nia? Girl. Maybe they were happier being unmarried before all of this. I mean, look at Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. They've been strong for over 35 years. Well, they're not married. They're not married. Not his family last. Right. I said the same thing, Abby. When I read it, I said, so you thinking your family, I mean, you apologizing to your family last. You apologize to the fans before you apologize to the family. That lets you know right there where you fall on his organizational chart. Okay. Nia need to get with Mariah Carey's lawyers and sue that man for wasting her time. Child. Why did he mention his family at the end of the so-called apology? Nia and their son moved to be near him. His actions affected them the most. I feel like there was infidelity going on this whole time. I certainly feel like infidelity's been going on for a long time because he was just too bold with it. We're going to get to the infidelity in a second. Let me get caught up on these comments. Let's be real. I'm sure this isn't his first time cheating, his first time getting caught. It's just public this time. Maybe not. I think Oprah and Stedman have too many assets to get married. Nah. Oprah and Stedman never said they were engaged. Just the opposite. No, they were engaged at one time. No, they actually, because remember, Oprah, at one time, Oprah actually planned a wedding. Oprah actually planned a wedding at one time, and then she came back and said, nah, we're not doing that. She actually planned a wedding. Mm-hmm. So, no, they actually did call each other engaged at one time, but that was so long ago, child. That the Oprah Winfrey Show was still on when all this happened, so that lets you know how long ago that was. But no, at one point, they were actually calling themselves fiancé, and they were engaged, and she was planning a wedding, and then she just decided, Candy Peterson, what's up, girl? Oh, I owe you a phone call. Ooh, we got to catch up. We got to catch up, Candy. It's called 12 Years of Girlfriend. Not 12 Years of Girlfriend. I think Nia was trying to say face. She wanted to be married. Trust me. Okay. I wonder if they had an arrangement as long as he was respecting her publicly. Maybe. Who Mariah sued? She sued her ex-fiance. Right. Nothing wrong with going together real hard for a long time, but don't issue marriage proposals and accept them when marriage isn't your thing. Also, there's more to this story that has yet to come out. There is more to the story. The gall to let Nia move to Boston with their son without warning about their affairs unreal. Child. Why does it become commentary on her want or wish to get married? We only do this to black women. No, we do this to all women, T. Jones. We don't just do this to black women. We do this to all women. Okay, wow, I totally forgot about that. Thanks for helping me recall. Yeah, because remember, it was around the same time that she was actually going to, remember, Oprah was going to write a book at one time too. And then she changed her mind about writing the book. She was going to do an autobiography and tell her story. And she changed her mind and she said that she wasn't ready to tell her story yet. I do feel like, I'm going to tell you what I feel like Oprah has done. I feel like Oprah has written her book. And I feel like she's either going to release it like after she's gone, so that she don't have to really address nobody that she talk about. Because I feel like Oprah gonna tell it. I feel like if Oprah ever writes a book on her life, she gonna tell it. She gonna tell it. And I feel like she backed up off the book because she ain't ready to tell it. Because I feel like she's not gonna hold nothing back. So I feel like there's a book there, but I feel like it's gonna come out like after the fact, like after Oprah gone. Or she gonna do like Cicely Tyson, and she gonna be at a point where it's like, what you gonna say to me now? What you gonna say now? I said it. I meant it. What you gonna do? Right? Yeah, if she gonna tell it, then she gonna tell it all. Like, I don't see Oprah biting her tongue and not putting it all out there. Did I see? Yeah, I saw that. I did see that Rihanna is gonna be doing the halftime show. And y'all know y'all know I don't call myself a stan to nobody, but if I'm gonna be a stan to somebody, I'm part of the Navy. I love Riri. Y'all know how I feel about my Riri girl. I am there for it. And I want to see the baby at the end. I want the baby to come out as part of her finale. Okay. I want her to start off with B Better Have My Money, although she probably will never be able to get away with that at the halftime show. But I really want to hear that. I really feel like I need to hear B Better Have My Money. I feel like I need to hear that in my life. I really feel like I need to hear that. Anyway. We constantly talk about Khloe Kardashian looks a fool. Yeah, it's not just a white black thing. I think we do it to women. I'm waiting to have Quincy Jones tea spill a session. You're waiting for, Emmy, you missed the word in there and I don't understand what you're saying. I was in a long-term relationship, not healthy. He always talked about marriage. He proposed. I said yes, but we never could actually see myself as his wife. Maybe that is what happened here. Yeah. Yeah, Oprah will release it after she's gone. I agree. Mm-hmm. The white folks are upset. Why? Because Rihanna doing the halftime show? They better go sit down somewhere. I'm so happy Rihanna will be at the Super Bowl. I only wish I could see it live since it will be in Phoenix. Yeah, she needed, I mean, like, child, go sit down somewhere. They need to go sit down somewhere. Moving on. We stand on Neil because y'all know I'm easily distracted now. But be coming in here dropping stuff in the chat. Y'all know I'm easily distracted. Okay. We gotta start dropping these men at the first sign of stuff effery. This goes back to what you were saying about the two people dating on Candy in the gang show. Even if it's a consented relationship, just by one of them being in a supervisory role, it's a problem. Yeah, let's get to what happened. Isn't there an age difference between Nia and I think she's older than him, but not a lot. But she's older than him. What I don't get is he cheated, but all the headlines include Nia like she did something wrong. Well, because she's a celebrity. I mean, she's a celebrity. That's just listen. It's clickbait. It's clickbait. She's a celebrity, and unless you're in sports, you don't even know who he is. Unless you're into basketball, you don't even know who he is. Even though he played professional basketball, he's a head coach in the NBA, which is he was a head coach now, but which is a big deal. But ultimately, if you don't watch basketball and you're not into basketball, you don't know who he is. So that's why, I mean, it's clickbait. It's what's going to get people to read the article. Nia may want to put more distance between her and her fiance. It seems like folks close to the situation are hinting that his affair was consensual at first, but later on not. Legal problems upcoming. Ooh. Someone posted on Twitter, if Jada had an entanglement, then he had an entanglement not in the affair. You mean not in affair? Well, let's be clear. Jada called it an entanglement. Everybody else called it an affair. Jada decided that she was going to call it an entanglement because I guess she couldn't fix her lips to say she cheated on her husband. I don't know. But nobody else called it an entanglement but Jada. Let's just be clear about that. All right, let me read these last couple of comments and then we're going to talk about what we know so far. She's the more prominent of the two. I only heard of him until he got with Nia, and I just learned how to pronounce his name with the scandal. Okay. The side chick's husband found out about child. We about to get up. Okay, let's get into that. So here's what we know, and all of this is alleged because ain't nobody confirmed nothing. Okay, ain't nobody confirmed nothing. So all of this is alleged. Allegedly, Udoka, who is the head, former, because I believe right now he's on a 1-year suspension, but I fully believe that he's no longer that he's going to be fired. I just think they're going through whatever the formal process is of terminating his contract and whatever they have to do legally. And I guess the suspension has to come first. But I absolutely believe that he will no longer be the head coach of the Boston Celtics after this is all over said and done. What I have read, and y'all feel free to add in the chat more that y'all have. I mean, more information that y'all have. The team was made aware of this. No. I guess July. The team was made aware of this July, or at least Udoka was made aware that the team knew about this in July. Okay? July. Allegedly, Nia, now at first they said that she didn't find out until right before. Hey, Mr. Brown, how you doing? Thank you. Mwah. That allegedly Nia Long did not find out until right before it was made public. And he only told her because he knew it was getting ready to become public. He knew way back in July and he did not say anything to her, allegedly. Now, I read somewhere today or late yesterday that she found out when we found out that he did not tell her at all. She found out when it hit the news just like we did. Now, so either way it's bad, but it's worse if she had to find out when we found out. Way worse. Allegedly, the person that he had an affair with, this particular affair, because allegedly he's had multiple affairs, but let's talk about this one right here. She works in the front office of the Boston Celtics, and she is married to one of the vice presidents of the Boston Celtics. She was a married woman. The husband found out about the affair because he overheard a private conversation via the Ring app. Y'all know how if you have a Ring, you can, if somebody's at your door, you can talk to them through the Ring. You can hear what they're talking about. Yada, 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 boo, boo, boo. Well, allegedly, that is how the husband found out about the affair, was the fact that they were having a conversation. He overheard it through the doorbell and reported it. Allegedly, I believe he was laying it low, it spread all the way in his child. Allegedly, this woman is in charge of travel for the Boston Celtics. And she not only talked to Nia Long multiple times as it related to arranging her travel back and forth to Boston, but she also helped coordinate Nia's move to Boston, which was 2 weeks prior to the scandal breaking. So you are sleeping with my boyfriend, life partner, fiance, whatever title y'all want to use. You know you sleeping with him, and you are literally on the phone with me on a regular basis, coordinating me and my child moving across the country. Now, normally, and I done told y'all this before, normally I don't say that the woman should get the smoke, because the woman didn't make no promises to you. The man did. You were in a relationship with him. You're not in a relationship with her. And normally I say that the woman you don't get the smoke to the woman, because that ain't on her. That's on him. But in this case, she getting some smoke, because you were on the phone with me planning the cross-country move for me and my 10-year-old son, not only knowing that you were sleeping with my husband, but knowing that the front office knew about it and that there was getting ready to be some sort of disciplinary action to take place. Knowing all of those things. Yeah, she gonna have to get some smoke from me. Yeah, she gonna get some smoke from me. When a woman knows and plays in your face, she can get the smoke. Yeah. Oh yeah. If playing in my face was a person, that's it. That's it right there. This screams waiting to exhale. Child. Side note, Nia looks fantastic to be 51. She don't age one damn bit. J. Cole, the whole Wu-Tang Clan ass, all had the biggest crush on her. J. Cole really trying to child. Yeah, like I said, she would have to catch some smoke. Yep. She would have to catch some. She had to catch some. I never said Udaka was married. What are you talking about? You said, was Udaka married? I don't think so. Let us remain as factual as possible. I never said he was married. When did I say Udaka was married? I never said Udaka was married. I wonder if Nia can sue. A married woman can. In certain states. That's only in certain states, KFS, that a married woman can sue. What's it called? Something of affection, something, alienation of affection or something. That's only in like 3 states in the United States. That's an old law that they've never changed. That's not a regular thing. So thank you, Marilyn. I said the woman was married. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's like in North Carolina and I think like one other state that you can do that. So this is information that has leaked out. This is stuff that's leaked out. So if let's just say if it's true that she just found this information out when we found this information out, after she just packed up her whole life and moved her and her child across the country. Y'all, this is some dirty. I don't understand people who like listen, at the end of the day, if the jig is up, the jig is up. You know what I'm saying? Like once you realize that the jig is up, the jig is up. Okay. At the end of the day, you caught me, you got me. I'm done. I had an affair and I'm done. Now, here's where it gets even more tricky. Now, again, all of this is allegedly, y'all. This is I don't have no facts. This is stuff that's being reported. It's common for side chicks to communicate with the wife. It helps that she is a total different view of you other than as a. It ain't no Xavier. That ain't common. It happens, but I wouldn't use the word common. Right, school just started, I'm feeling like whatever school they transferred him into probably just started 2 weeks ago. Remember, some schools don't go back till after Labor Day, and maybe because 2 weeks ago was Labor Day, maybe was it 3 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Well, the scandal happened last week, so if it was 2 weeks before that. So I'm feeling like she moved just in time for him to start his new school. So you didn't move this baby out of school. You know what I mean? You done made her, change his school and all this other stuff. I just think that's very selfish of him. Because even if you don't care nothing about her, even if you don't give a damn about her, that was very selfish of you to put your child in that situation. I hope Nia's friends and family can help her arrange for her and her son to move away from Boston and back home. Oh, I'm sure she can move back, but think about it. I mean, I don't know if she was living in a house, if she was renting or owning. I don't know. I don't know what she gave up to make this move. I don't know if she sold her house or if she just renting her house out. But let's just look at it from that point of view. If she had a house, right? If she had a house and she's moving out of her house, what if she agreed to rent her house? So now she didn't allow somebody to sign a 6-month lease or a year-long lease, right? She don't have nowhere to go back to. She done paid to ship her car all the way from LA to Boston. You know how expensive it is to ship a car. And listen, Nia Long make more money than me, but let's be clear, Nia Long ain't no billionaire. It's still money. And maybe the team moved her. The team may have paid for all of that. And maybe that's why she was coordinating with the lady in the front office. The team may have paid for all of that. But again, thank you, Kenya. Here's where you can sue for alienation of affection. Hawaii, Illinois, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Utah. Okay, that is where you can sue. That is where you can sue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states. 7 states. Thank you, Kenya. Appreciate you, babe. Thank you. Boston Public Schools open on the 9th. You think, child, that baby ain't in no public school, Xavier. He in a private school somewhere. He ain't in no public school. I promise you that. I promise you that baby ain't in public school. Okay. If the team moved her, they probably are gonna make him pay that money back. Cause child. Yeah, the team probably paid for her to relocate, but baby, and they probably gonna pay for her to move back. Surely Nia Long doesn't need family and friends. Yeah, I don't think she need no family and friends. Hell, at this point, she probably ain't even finished unpacking her boxes. Shoot, because the article said that they were still looking for a house. So wherever he's been living temporarily is where they probably moved into, and they were shopping for an actual house. Emmy should have told Nia back in July. Right, when the team told him, look, bro, we know you've been sleeping with old girl. We have to sit down and figure out what we're going to do about it. We'll let you know. And I'm sure they, listen, that was 2 months ago. That was almost 3 months ago. He had more than enough time. Hell, he could have told her over the phone. They weren't living together. If he didn't want to have that kind of smoke face to face, he could have told her over the phone. She deserves some smoke, but not too much, because at the end of the day, Emmy was a superior and she was a subordinate. Yeah, Betsy, but I'm just saying, I'm sorry. What you saying is right, but you ain't gonna be sitting on the phone with me every day coordinating me moving out there. Like, you could have passed that task on to somebody. You could have been like, I don't know, I'm sick. Somebody else take that. I don't know. But you ain't gonna be smiling in my face every day. I'm sorry. You gotta get some of this smoke. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I know what you're saying, Betsy. I know it makes sense what you're saying. You ain't wrong what you're saying, but baby, you gotta get some of this smoke. You gotta get some of this smoke. And to have to pick up and move again in the midst of this turmoil is hard. She may need time. Yeah. And again, like she said in her statement, I'm still a mother and I gotta take care of my kids. She's got a 21-year-old son who probably want to give him some smoke. Because again, remember, he's been in her life for 10 years. So if he's 21 now, he's been in this young, her oldest son, he's been in his life. He's been stepdaddy for the last 10 years to him. For the last 10 years, he's been stepdaddy. And do y'all remember, and this was years ago, so most of y'all probably don't even remember this. I just thought about the fact that the bed that Nia's sleeping in, him allowing her to pack up and move adds an additional layer of pissed offness, yes. But how much of a superior was he when she was married to his boss? He was still her superior as far as her role. My cheek mix was too. Oh Lord, we need that lady's photo release. Her photo's out there. Go to Twitter. If you go to Twitter, it's out there. I ain't gonna put it up here, but it's out there. Because first they was posting a picture of this black girl, but now they posting a picture of the white woman. So I don't know who child. He might have been sleeping with both of them, child. I don't know. Now, two things, because I'm gonna forget. Let me say this part, and then let me remind y'all. Okay, so something happened back in the day. Y'all remind me that I was gonna tell y'all about something happening back in the day. But let me rewind. Let me finish this up before I forget this part, because I'm about to forget this, child. Y'all know. Now, allegedly, again, this is what's being reported. This is allegedly. I wasn't there. Allegedly, the relationship started off consensual. But allegedly, he became very stalker-ish when she tried to break it off. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all that I'm going to call bullshit on that. And I'm going to tell you why I'm calling bullshit on that. And I'm sorry. Y'all know 99% of the time I be siding with the woman. Y'all know I do. But I'm going to call bullshit on this because I'm going to say that I feel like that is their way to further villainize him and take any onus off of her and put all of the onus on him, even beyond the fact that he was her boss and she was in a superior that he was the superior to her inferior position. And I'm going to tell you why. Because her husband is VP, so he's going to turn it and make him the 100% villain. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go down the racial road. Black woman, white woman. I mean, black man, white woman. I just got to go down that road. I got to ease on down that road. I'm not saying that did not happen. I'm not going to say, but I personally am calling bullshit. I believe that this relationship was consensual from beginning to her husband listening in on that ring footage. And I'm going to tell you, unless they release the ring footage where I can hear her saying, I told you I don't want to do this anymore. Stop calling me. Unless you can release the ring footage that's saying that, because I bet you that ain't what she was saying in the ring footage. And that ring footage, they was setting up a sneaky link. And that ring footage, they was sliding up trying to figure out what hotel they was going to get to. And that ring footage, she was talking that good. Because why else would he even be listening? She was talking that good. That's me. That's just my opinion. Now, that's just me, y'all. That is really the opinion. I don't know these people, okay? But I personally do not believe that you going to sit here and tell me that it went from everybody was cool, everything was good, everything was great, and then all of a sudden, I don't want to do this anymore, and he was like, no, you're going to be with me. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Room over pregnancy. Oh, Jesus. Me too, because first he was cheating with everybody and now he was obsessed with her. It's not making sense. That's true too. Nah, you ain't got time to stalk when you got multiples, right? He got a baby, a wife, well, fiance. He got a whole lot going on. Plus, she's white and he's black. He's trying to care. Yeah, that's what I'm telling y'all. That's bull. Boston racist. Child, Boston is terrible. Woo, Boston is terrible. Not what in the Jazz Man Blues is going on here, child. You know I ain't looked at that movie. The executive ain't done making dude pay for messing with his wife. That lady was the underling, but her husband is the boss. So if you give her smoke, the coach ain't gonna have a job and you're locked up. Oh yeah. She's setting up charges that Emmy is sexually harassing, stalking her. This was to make a case for his termination. Yeah, there you go, Candy. There you go. Setting it up. They setting it up. Yeah, I heard about a pregnancy. There's probably a termination, and I'm at. He's gone. There's no world where I see him keeping his job. I'm sorry. There's no version of this story that ends with him still being the head coach of the Boston Celtics at the beginning of the next bat. Excuse me. He's already been suspended for this whole basketball season. The whole basketball season. There's no scenario that I see where this man is still the head coach for the Boston Celtics next basketball season. I don't see a scenario. Now, if he was a white man, I might give it a percentage. But as a black man, and it was, mind you, it was his first year. It wasn't like he's got a tenure there. Last year was his first year. And not only, the sad thing is, the Boston Celtics went to the NBA Finals last season. And now he can't take credit for all of that because it was his first year. And a lot of the success can be credited to the coach that came before him. But y'all know how this works. The person in charge gets the credit. He had a great career ahead of him. He was going to be with the Celtics at least another 3 or 4 years, even if they sucked for the next 2 or 3 seasons. He would have been riding the wave of that first season of them getting to the NBA Finals. And the thing about head coaches, we see it in the NFL, we see it in the NBA. Once you're in the cycle, now it's not as lucrative for black coaches as it is for white coaches. But once you in the cycle, you are in the cycle. You either bounce around as different coach on different levels of coaching, whether it's assistant, whether it's head, whether it's a GM, or you go in the broadcast booth. You just bounce around. Once you're in, it's like a fraternity or something. Once you're in, you just bounce around. Now you done fucked that up because ain't nobody gonna pick you up now. And again, never's a long time, but it'll be a long time. Never's a long time, but it'll be a long time. You got the same mindset, Nico? Okay, we don't believe it. Don't believe it. You're doing good. Could have went either way. Was VP okay as long as it wasn't in-house and black? I don't think he would have been okay either way, but I think it might have been handled differently. I mean, I don't think he was happy either way. I mean, who's happy about that? But I think it might have been handled differently. Someone pointed out that he's the only one in trouble and not her when they both were in it. Well, generally speaking, not 100%, y'all, not 100%. But generally speaking, when it's a superior having an affair with the subordinate, even when it's consensual, generally speaking, the subordinate does not get in trouble. Generally speaking. Now, I ain't saying every single case because we know every case is different, but generally speaking, because you open yourself up. You open yourself up to a lawsuit. If you discipline the person that was in the inferior position, you open yourself up to a lawsuit because all they have to say is, well, I was feared he was my boss or he was in a position of power over me and I was fearful that I would lose my job if I didn't cooperate, which is what I think they setting up. That's why I say I call bullshit, but that's me. Now he may have thought it was an Amazon delivery guy dropping off a package and listen to the. Yeah, he may have. But like I said, I don't believe that the conversation he overheard, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think the conversation he overheard was, I told you I don't want to do this, leave me alone. Because then he'd have called the police. His first reaction would have been to file a police report. This man is harassing my wife. He's threatening her. He's trying to make her do something she doesn't want to do. That's where I am with that. I feel like his reaction is different. If the conversation he overhears is her saying, "No, I don't want to do this anymore. Leave me alone. I told you just leave me alone." Then the conversation, then his reaction is different. Y'all see what I'm saying? In my opinion, there's no version of this story that ends with him ever working in pro sports. Ever is a long time. I ain't gonna say ever. But I'm gonna say this: it's a long time. It's a long time. But listen, we see. What do I always tell y'all? The people go away and be quiet. That's what got me to listen over the ring. How did he figure to do that? Maybe he had an investigator. But if I'm messing with a boss wife, wouldn't he be able to flip it and sue for unlawful firing? She may technically be an underling, but she's the wife of a boss. That power balance is in her favor. He could. But clearly the fact he could. And he may. Like, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. He may flip it. But he could, because you're absolutely correct. That's a valid way of looking at it, Xavier. Technically, yes, she's an underling, but she's connected to the boss. And so he could very easily say, hey, she threatened me. She was blackmailing me. She was forcing me. He could flip it. But what we don't know is what kind of evidence they have. We don't know what kind of text messages, emails. We don't know what kind of evidence, but you're right. That's valid. The worst than when Tony Parker had an affair with his teammate's wife and was married to Eva. Yeah, that was dirty. He won't be able to coach a little league. Cameron. If she got ring footage and text messages and we would have knowledge it, he may have been obsessed with her, so I'll wait for all the evidence. He might feel something for her child. He can't sue when he was in the wrong. Now I want to know how the travel coordinator became the wife to the VP. Right. What came first? Did she get the job after she was the wife of the VP? That's valid. That's a good question. The VP may have accessed the Ring app thinking that it was, I just read that. But that's what I'm saying, because how the subordinate was she? Because she doesn't work in the office and she's married to the boss. If Emmy pays his cards right, he could say she pressured him. He could. I tell you what happened. The VP found out, had his wife set Emmy. Most likely she told him to come to her home for some booty. I'm sorry. I'm reading it out loud and the way I read. I'm sorry, y'all. He showed up and she called it off. He got pissed and sent her text messages. Ooh, Peking. She really can't say she was fearful for her husband was in a position of power as well. She was fearful of getting caught and divorced. Child, I'm sure. Ring picks up conversation from child. Ring will pick up everything, won't they? Many women have used their husband's position to blackmail. That's true. The Ring recording was intentional. Ooh. He might want to go coach college basketball for a while. Yeah, there's a small college in the middle of nowhere that'll let him come and coach. They will. I'm telling y'all, he down, but he ain't out. He just got to wait. This is 2022. He could probably get another job by 2023, 2024. He could probably get another job by 2030. He could be back in the NBA. Not as a head coach. But if he just be quiet and go away, what does his contract say? And that's why I said, Candy, I would have to, and I said that earlier, I would need to see what his contract says. What does the morality clause state? What does it specifically say? Technically, he broke the rule. Can't flip that. That's how Tavis Smiley lost his TV show, lost a huge court case, and owes millions to PBS. Tavis was dating his subordinate and some of the show guests. He sure was. And y'all know I used to really like Tavis Smiley, but after he flipped on Obama, after him and Cornel West flipped on Obama, I don't really fuck with him like that. I can't. Really be read my comments. Go Warriors, the dynasty. I'm gonna put it up on the I'm gonna put it up on the screen. You know I like the Warriors, but I'm a Celtics fan. But I do like the Warriors. It does sound like a whole setup. The whole situation is giving hit the floor tease. Not 2043. He ain't gonna have to wait that long. What I keep telling y'all. Yeah, child, a small college in the middle of nowhere will hire him. What's up, sis? Hey, what's up, Star? Hey, boo. He can coach high school or college like Juan Dixon. Yeah. How did Emmy think he could continue to affair with the side chick when Nia is now in Boston? Child. Men, listen, I've seen men have affairs with the next door neighbor that's best friends with the wife, and they all travel together and hang out together and barbecue together every weekend. And I've seen it happen. So listen, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. Mm-mm. I didn't watch Hit the Floor, so I don't know what y'all talking about. I mean, I know the show, but I never watched it. Do y'all remember? I'm gonna tell y'all this story. Do y'all remember? And this was a long looking for a seat, 150. Well, DMV, you know, you used to have a row in the front seat till you told me you wasn't subscribed. You used to have a row in the front seat, DMV. You gotta move to the second row. But I got a seat for you, boo. Come on down. Come on down front. I got a seat for you in the second row. Shout out to the 155 people in the chat. I hope you have all hit the like button and that you are all subscribed to the channel. That's what I hope y'all are. I hope y'all are. Years ago, back when Nia first started dating Emmy, and there was an altercation at the mall between Yubaka and her and the father of her son. Do y'all remember that happening? They were doing an exchange. I don't know if she was dropping the son off or picking the son up. They were at the mall, and there was some sort of kerfuffle. This was before the days of TMZ and all of that. And you just had to kind of read about it in like Us Weekly or Charlie wasn't even the Shade Room back then. But do y'all remember? Morality causes are necessary. They establish a culture. You can't have people running around doing whatever and however they feel, child. I remember that story. And again, I feel like, no, y'all don't remember that happening? Oh man, this was about 10 years ago, because this is when they first started dating. You remember, okay, Mika, am I saying it right? Micah. She said she remember at Rodeo Drive. Yeah, it was in LA. Yeah, I remember that. You never heard about it? Okay, all right, I'm not crazy. It's some people that saying they remember. And it was years ago. And like I said, this is before the days of TMZ and all of that. You just had to read about it in like Perez Hilton had a blog back then. What's that blog that I'll never believe nothing that's in it? Shit, not the Shade Room. What's it called, y'all? Oh shoot, I don't even read it no more. I stopped reading it years ago, but I used to read it back then. Media Takeout, yes, Media Fake Out. That's what I used to call it, Media Fake Out. Half the stuff in it you couldn't believe, but you would, if you knew that. It was like reading the National Enquirer for black. It was like the black version of National Enquirer, child. If you knew that you could only believe about 10% of what you read, then you was good. You knew you could only believe about 10% of what was in there, you was good. Okay. But yeah, Media Fake Out. Perez Hilton. I remember I used to read Perez Hilton. I stopped reading Perez Hilton after he got beat up by after he talked shit about will.i.am and then got beat up and then tried to play. He turned into a whole Karen and tried to cry on camera and act like, why would he say that about me? Why would he do this to me? And he turned into a whole white woman Karen. I stopped fucking with Perez Hilton after that. And then Perez Hilton got caught in a couple of lies too. I don't remember what those lies were now, but I just remember he got caught in a couple of lies. Media Takeout was the first to report Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats affair. Yeah, all I remember is they had Beyonce pregnant about 20 times before Beyonce was actually pregnant. Like every other month, she's pregnant. She's not telling nothing yet, but she's pregnant. She's pregnant. And I feel like they said that we're just gonna keep saying it until we finally right. And of course, eventually they were right. But I'm like, shit, y'all been saying it for 3 years. You were going to be right eventually. You've been saying it for 3 years. Every month they were posting a picture of Beyonce allegedly with a baby bump child. Was Nia's first baby father robbed or something? Oh, I don't know anything about a robbery. I don't know anything about a robbery. But I remember, and again, I can't tell you where I read it from. I don't remember where I read it from, but I do remember reading it. And I remember because there was something about with the pickup drop off. They were doing a pickup drop off, and yeah, they were at Rodeo Drive. They were at the mall. They were, and there was an altercation. And at the time, she had just started dating him. Matter of fact, that's when a lot of us found out that they were dating because they had just started dating, and there was some sort of, again, that was before the days of everybody, knowing all the whole story. And like, if that would have happened now, there would be somebody at the mall would have got footage of it. We would have seen what happened. Somebody would have been like, well, I saw so-and-so walked up with so-and-so and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, he'll be able to come back from this and could probably become an HBCU coach. He's not going out like Darren Sharper did. Yeah, he's absolutely, listen, never is a long time. And y'all know what I tell you. Listen, for my tribe members that have been here for a long time, what do I always tell y'all? Time heals all wounds. If he goes away, and what do I always tell him to do? I say, go away and do what? Shut up. If he goes away and he shuts up, he take his little severance package, whatever they're gonna give him, and I'm sure, I don't know what's gonna happen between him and Nia, whatever that situation is. If he goes somewhere and shut up for about a year or two, and then he calls his agent and tells his agent, listen, find me a job, like you said, he might be at a little hole in the wall, he might be at an HBCU, but he'll find a job. Now, is he gonna be making what he making coaching the Celtics? Hell no. But he can work his way back up, especially if he's good. He can always go to Canada. There you go, Trey Leche. He sure can. I really be is working hard. Like and share, subscribe, get her to 10K. Yes, Doc from NC. We trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, honey. Yes. Did you know that he is biracial and his mother is white and father is African? Some people say he thought he was a white man. Also, they say it was more than one woman. Yeah, I definitely heard the rumors that it was more than one woman. I knew his father was African. I don't think I knew that he was biracial, only because I just never really looked it up. Yeah, I never really looked it up. But I knew, I have heard that it was multiple women. And that's another reason why it'll be hard for him to flip it. If there's more than one woman and the Boston Celtics are aware of multiple affairs, it'll be hard for him to flip it. Because I told y'all at first they were showing a picture of that black woman. So I'm wondering if he had an affair with both of them women. Excuse me. Time does heal all wounds, but it won't erase the memory of us elephants. I'm still going to know he's sloppy and reckless with his ding dang. Yeah, but that ain't going to stop somebody from hiring him. Like, people ain't going to forget. Listen, look at Travis Scott. Y'all know I'm going to always use Travis Scott as my example. This time last year, Travis Scott couldn't perform at a bar mitzvah for free. Fast forward a year, he got a Vegas residency. No, he did not have an affair with the black woman. They said it's not her. Okay. Thank you, BLK 1865. Thank you, babes. Thank you. How is he a coach? How are the Celtics doing? I ain't following basketball. Well, I thought he was a good coach, and the Celtics did pretty good last season. They went to the NBA Finals. They almost won a championship. So, not no face, no case. I'm not doing this with y'all. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come down here and let's talk about it. Let's break it down, because every day we're getting new information. Every day we're getting more information. And I feel really bad for her, because everything that comes out makes it worse and worse. Like, everything that I have heard makes this whole situation just worse and worse. The fight was in it was 2006. Emmy gave her baby daddy that smoke, because Masi, that's the father of her son. Yeah, Matt Barnes backed up off of that thing real quick, didn't he? Because a lot of people came out to support Emmy at first. A lot of people, Stephen A., Matt Barnes, a lot of people came out defending him. And slowly but surely, a lot of them were like, oh, you know what? Never mind. Let me church finger my way out of this situation. A lot of people had his back. And then they was like, Let me church finger my way out of this. Okay? There's a player wife that's pregnant. That's what I listen. I heard that there's some pregnancies, P King. I heard there's some pregnancies, honey. Listen, I don't know everything. I just know the rumors. Right. And for Matt Barnes to say that it's messy, that's a lie. Because Matt Barnes, by definition, Matt Barnes is just messy as hell. Okay. He just messy as hell. Yeah. We're just gonna tip out this door. You come in, you want to defend somebody, and then you get all the details, and you like, let me just church finger my way out of this. We're just gonna church finger my way out of this situation. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I spoke on it. I'm so sorry I misspoke. Not Emmy is like Tristan ain't the only one. Y'all are terrible. Oh, y'all are terrible. Child. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get ready to get into this Real Housewives, the last part of this Real Housewives reunion, honey. It's dry, but we're gonna finish it up, child. He slept with one of those white guys' wives. That's why they being quiet about it. Well, they ain't being quiet. We know they telling it. They ain't being quiet. This information is being leaked from somewhere. Leaking. He ain't telling it. Emmy ain't telling it. Who else is telling the bit? Who's telling the story? The Boston Celtics. Because Emmy ain't leaking it. Where is it coming from? Why do we need 3 parts? We didn't need 3 parts. Hell, we barely needed 2. This was fun. Oh, thank you, Trey Leche. Major side note break. Really be, I need you, El Teddy and Abby to do a live for the. You not gonna get it. I love you, Lauren, but you're not gonna get it because I ain't gonna watch the movie. So, I'm sorry. And you think El Teddy gonna watch it? Hey, wanted you to know a teacher named Jeff won 1.9 million in his lawsuit. Had you heard? No. Do I know them? Not Jeff. You talking about who I think you talking about, Candy? Cooking for Hungry Man. Well, hello, Cooking for Hungry Man. Candy. Are you talking about who I think you're talking about? Girl, I need to call you. Let's say the Boston Celtics are leaking this because they don't want to pay him. I think the Boston Celtics are leaking this. Girl, we really need to talk. So look, y'all, I'm getting ready to get out of here. But Candy Peterson, I'm going to go on and tell it. Candy Peterson is my former boss. We're friends. We were friends before she was my boss. But she was my former boss when I worked at the union. She was my boss when I worked for the teachers union. And she's talking about a case that we had while I was at the teachers union. This person that she's talking about has been fighting his lawsuit against District of Columbia public schools since it's been 10 years. What's this, 2022? It's been over 10 years. It's probably been about 12 years now. He's been fighting District of Columbia public schools, his lawsuit, for about 12 years now. And she just told me that he won $1.9 million. Kid. Wow. Yeah, we got to talk. We definitely got to talk. Yes. All right, y'all. That's good news. That's good. Even though we'll talk, Candy, we'll talk because there's more to talk about, but good for him, though. Good for him. Yeah, 12 years. Because his case was already ongoing when I worked for the union, and I worked for the union 10 years ago. Yeah. I worked for the union 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago. What? Like 11 years ago now, Candy? About 11 years ago. So yeah, it's been, and he already had his case. Not if he got DC to pay his attorney fees, he won't. I gotta talk to Candy and get the details of the settlement, but shoot. Cha. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. Candy, I'm definitely gonna call you this week. We're gonna have to catch up soon, real soon, for real, for real. And I will talk to y'all later. Let me get out of here. Mwah. I'll talk to y'all later. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. Peace.